The Commission for Truth, Coexistence, and Non-Repetition was founded within the framework of the Cologne Theater Agreement signed by the government of Colombia and the FARC-EP guerrillas. Decree Law 588 of April 2017. The Truth Commission is an autonomous, independent state body with a 3-year mandate that began in November 2018. It comprises 11 male and female commissioners representing different ethnic and professional backgrounds who were chosen in a public selection process. The Commission's main objective is to hear from myriad voices, particularly victims, and to build a collective narrative of the internal armed conflict in which everyone can feel represented. The Commission's mandate consists of 1. Elucidating the events that took place during the conflict and analyzing them on the basis of their different social, historical contexts. 2. Acknowledgement by society of the internal armed conflict and acknowledgement of victims' dignity and rights, of the responsibility of direct and indirect actors in the armed conflict, and of the resistance and resilience of communities in the midst of the conflict. 3. Promoting the coexistence of coinciding, dissimilar, and opposing parties. 4. Working in favor of society's transformation and toward non-repetition. The focus of the Commission is on the most vulnerable and historically silenced communities, such as women and people of diverse sexualities, children and adolescents, senior citizens and the disabled, indigenous and Afro-Colombian, Palenquero, Raizal, and Roma communities, in addition to small-scale farmers. The Commission will also apply a psychosocial approach to its work to avoid causing harm to victims. To fulfill its objectives, the Commission will distribute its work across the territories to better understand the dynamics of the conflict. It will hear from victims of displacement, including from individuals in exile. It will respect the cultural dimensions of each community and support their capacity for artistic expression to help them overcome the conflict. To reach the whole of society, the Commission will implement promotional, social mobilization, and awareness-building strategies in its pedagogy and communications, and through pluralistic, balanced citizen participation. All of this will be focused on a singular aim: non-repetition. Core duties include 1. Listening. It is the Commission's duty to listen to those individuals who have been directly or indirectly involved in the conflict, to victims first and foremost, but also to responsible parties, witnesses, and sectors that were directly or indirectly caught up in the violence. 2. Contrasting and understanding. Following the pluralistic listening process, the Commission will devote its energies to contrasting the accounts of these voices with reliable and verifiable sources. It will be able to request information and data from any institution, including classified government information. The Commission should interface and collaborate with other institutions of the system of truth, justice, reparation, and non-repetition, such as the Unit for the Search of Persons Presumed Disappeared and the Special Jurisdiction for Peace, to which it cannot submit information. 3. Prepare a final report. There will not be a singular narrative of the Colombian conflict. The report will be a compilation of stories that summarize distinct narratives and that show the nuances produced by a variety of perspectives and dynamics. It will present an analysis of the causes of the conflict. The report will be a written document, though other distribution methods will be adopted for the multiple audiences and cultures of our country. 5-point summary of the Commission's mandate. 1. Elucidate serious violations of human rights and international humanitarian law, focusing on collective cases and responsibility, and showing the impacts on those who suffered the most, including combatants and their families. 2. Explain the causes that gave rise to and prolonged the armed conflict. This includes identifying group actions, the institutions or sectors that participated in them, and behavioral patterns. 3. Pay special attention to the harm caused to political participation and democracy. 4. Deepen analysis on complex phenomena such as paramilitarism, land dispossession, and drug trafficking. 5. Show the positive activities carried out by communities and institutions to cope with the impacts of the conflict. The Truth Commission is an entity with constitutional status. Legislative Act 01 of 2016.